morning, dear students. I hope you are well. And in this today lecture video, we'll be just starting about highest common factor, how to find out highest common factor by the help of three different methods, that is set of all factors. Method number 1, method number 2 is prime factorization method, and method number 3 is division method, okay, successive division method. So I hope you are somehow clear with this sort of methods in lecture video 1. If you have not watched it, then watch it again, and you come back later in lecture video 2, okay. So today we'll be discussing about how to solve the question using different methods. Here we have exercise 9.5, question number 1. Calculate the HCF of the following numbers using set of all factors. Okay, this is method number 1, and we have to, since the question is saying to use the set of all factor method, so you have to use method number 1. So let's do question number A. So in question number 1A, we have 4 and 6. So here we'll be using method 1, okay, method I, and that is using set of all factors, okay. So we'll be using method I, set of all factors. Here F4, what are the factors of F4? The first will be starting from 1, and 2, there will be the factor 2 or not? Yes, there will be, because 2 2s are 4, and finally there will be 4 itself. Always remember that when we have to find out the factors of all the factors, when we have to find out, then 1 and the number itself will always be the factor, okay. And it's not the prime factorization, okay. Please be differentiate between the prime factor and the all factors. And another we have is F6. F6 is equals to 1 and 2 3s are, right? 2 3s are 6. That's why 2 and 3 are also the factor. So 6 is also there. Now let's check here what are the common numbers, what are the common factors here. So let's write set of common factors. Common factors are equals to 1 and 2 is the common factor, right? So among these, since we are finding HCF, right, we are finding here highest common factor, right? So among these, which one is the highest common factor? Yes, of course 2 is the highest common factor. Hence the highest common factor equals to 2, and therefore HCF of 4 and 6 is 2. Okay, like this you have to do. So like this you can find out all factors of all the questions given here. So you don't have to worry that there are 3 numbers or there are 4 numbers, because it doesn't matter. You just have to find out the all factors, and then after you have to find out the set of common factor. Among that you have to write the highest factor, okay. Now question number 2, find the HCF of the following number using factorization method. So factorization method means it's the prime factorization method, which is method number 2. So let's do question number let's do question number D then. And question number 2D, we have the question. The question is 28, 35 and 49, okay. So since we have to use the prime factorization method, let's start doing this one method. So this is method II, right, and this one we call it using prime factorization method, okay. So using prime factorization method, now what can we do? First of all, in the rough, okay, here I'll be writing here rough, this whole part. So here the first one is 28. So 28 can be divided by 2, right? 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8. Again, 14 can be divided by 2, so 2 7s are 14. Now 7 can be divided? No, it cannot be divided since we are just using the prime factors, okay? We should not do like it can be divided by 1, so 1 7s are 7. No, no need of that. Just write 7 only. And now what happens? Now the prime factors of here 28 equals to 2 into 2 into 7. 2 into 2 into 7. Alright. Another is 35. Okay, so let's do it here only. 35. 5. How many is 75? 35? 5 7 ja 35. And okay, 7 cannot be divided, so it will be itself. It will be 7 only. So 35 equals to 5 into 7, right? Another we have is 49. 49 is given. So 49 can be divided by 7 only. 7 7s are 49. So 7 into 7 will be the answer, right? So now here you can see only the common factor here given is 7. Other all are different. So let's write common factor. Common factor equals to 7. Hence HCF of 28, 35 and 49 is 7. That's it. So here in case, okay, I'm just providing you a chances like in case that in using the prime factorization method, if the common factor will be 2 or more, like 7 into 2, 7 2 and 3 will be there, no? Such type of common factors will be remaining here. Then you have to write the HCF by multiplying this common factor. Okay, I think this sort of question will come later. So let's go through question number 3 then. Okay, here in question number 3. Okay, so in question number 3, find the HCF of the number using the successive division method. Okay, this one is very important. And let's do question number F at first. Okay. So here in question number 3F, we have the question 684 and 513, right? So 684 and 513. Among these, which one is smaller? Let's choose at first. Which one is smaller? 513 is smaller. So the first step is that you have to take it. You have to take the smaller one and you have to divide the bigger one. 684. Okay, so here 513 ones are 513. Okay, minus, now what is the calculation here? Let's 1 7 and 1, right? 171 will be there. Again, this 171 is the first remainder, right? This first remainder will divide the first divisor now. So the first divisor is 513. Okay, so 513, 7, how many is the 513 will be there? Let's calculate. 171 into 3. Okay, so let's try with 3. 3 1s are 3, 3 7s are 21, 3 2 will be carried over. Okay, 3 1s are 3, 4 5, 513, exactly 513. So 3s are 513 and the remainder will be 0. Okay, so here since the remainder is 0, so the highest common factor is the first remainder, or we call it last divisor. Okay, so 771 is the last divisor. The last divisor is 171 and hence HCF of 684 and 513 is 171. Okay, here in question number 3. So here in question number 3, we have two numbers given, which we have already done with the successive division method. Another we have is the 3-digit number. So let's try to do how to complete successive division method with 3 numbers. Okay. So I am doing here question number 3F. Okay. So here 145, 203 and 290 is the number given. So let's try to find out which one is the smaller. Let's first take only two numbers. Okay, first of all we'll be taking only two numbers. Among these 145 is the is the smaller, so I'm taking it as a divisor, first divisor, which will divide 203. So 45, okay, how many is that? 203 will be there. Let's try to find out in rough. Okay, so 45 ones, I think 45 ones, 145 can be done. Okay, minus, and the remaining will be here 58. Now this 58 will again divide the first divisor. Okay, 145, it will divide the first divisor. The rule is, okay, the remainder will divide the first divisor. Now what happens? 58, how many is that? 145, 58 2 za. Let's try to do 58 into 2. What happens here? 58 into 2 equals to 2, it's a 16, 2 5 is a 10. Okay, 116 will be there. 58 is a 116 minus, now the remaining is 29. Okay, the remaining is 29. Now what happens? 29 will again divide 58, the second divisor, and you should know that until and unless the remainder is 0, your answer is not correct. So every time the remainder should be 0 at last. Okay, and 29, how many is that? 58. Now 29 2 is 58 minus 0. Okay, so the remainder is 0 0. Finally the remainder is 0 0. So this one, now since we have the three different numbers, right, so this one will again have to divide 290. So let's try to do 290. 229 and 290 is there. So 29 teens are 290 minus, and the remainder is 0. So hence 29 is the last divisor, and this can divide all three numbers. Hence the HCF is HCF of 145, 203 and 290 is 29. So this is the answer. You have to do it like this. Now here in question number 4, find the largest number that divides 85 and 10 without a remainder saying. Okay, so we have to find out the HCF either by any sort of method, method number 1, method number 2, method number 3. So method number 3 can be also easier. Method number 2, prime factorization, can also be done. So let's try to do with method number 3, 4a. So in method number 4a, the two numbers are given, that is 85 and 10 is given. So among this, 10 is the smaller, so let's try to do with this 85, and we are using the method 3. 10 is 80, right? So minus 5 will be remaining, and again this will divide the first divisor 10, right? So 5 2 is 10. Okay, minus, the remainder is 0 0, hence the last divisor will always be the HCF. The last divisor is, this divisor is 5, hence HCF of 85 and 10 is 5. So like this you can do other all questions. So now here in question number 4b also it's similar, and in question number 5 it's a bit lengthier, but the process is very similar. Okay, a oil merchant has 80 liters of oil in a drum and 88 liters in another drum. So what is the capacity of the largest container that can be used to completely empty the oil in the drums? Okay, so here also we have to find out the HCF. And another is, the box contains 40 oranges and 90 bananas. What is the maximum number of students to whom each fruit can be divided equally? Let's do this question. Okay, so here in question number 5b also, what it's saying is that the number of oranges equals to 40, and the number of bananas equals to 90. Okay, so here also we have to find out the maximum. Okay, the maximum number of students to whom each fruits can be divided equally or. So what you can do, since it is saying the maximum, okay, always remember that the word maximum, the word largest, the word highest is refers to highest common factor. So you have to now do, okay, here also I'm using the successive division method. So 40 divided by 90. 90 divided by 40. Now what happens here, the smaller one I have taken as the divisor. Now 40 2 the 80, right? So 10 will be remaining, and this 10 will again divide the divisor, first divisor. 10 how many is the 40? 10 4 the 40 will be there, yes, and the remainder is 0 0. So here 10 is the maximum number of the students, hence now you have to write in the conclusion as well. Hence the maximum number of students to whom each fruits can be divided equally are 10. Okay, now here you can see the C number question is also very similar. Now in 6a question, it's a bit extended. Okay, this here you can see, find the maximum number of the student to whom 12 mangoes and 20 apples can be equally distributed. It's saying like this, no? And how many fruits do each get? So this one is a bit extended question. Up to this much we have already done in question number 5. Now the question is saying how many fruits do each get. So let's try to do question number 8, then other all questions are similar. Okay, here in question number 6a, the question is saying find the maximum number of the 12 mangoes are there and 20 apples are there. So I'm doing here in a direct way. Okay, so 12 mangoes are there and 20 apples are there. Okay, so 12 is the division and 20, I think you have understood very well. 12 ones are 12. The remainder is 8. 8 will again divide 12. 8 ones are 8. The remaining is 4. Now 8 will be here. 4 2s are 8. Right? So minus, and here is the remainder 0. So here is the highest number of students. Hence the maximum number of students to whom 12 mangoes and 20 apples can be equally distributed are 4. Okay, so to 4 students this can be equally distributed. Now how many fruits each will get? Again, since there are 12 mangoes and 20 apples, so how many each will get? 4 will divide 12 at first. Okay, 4, how many is 12? 4 3s are 12 minus 0 0, and again 4 will again divide 20 apples. 4 students will be divided to 20 apples. Now what happens? 4 5s are 20. The remainder is 0 0. So hence each student will get 3 mangoes and 5 apples. Okay, so this is the answer.